Well, a tiny bit of good news on the gay baiting J.K. Rowling Harry Potter retcon bonanza fest Millennium Edition. It would appear fans are finally getting fed up with essentially, I don't know if this is the technical term for it, but essentially gay baiting, where I'm assuming the DVD sales of Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald are not going well. So J.K. Rowling decides to share some intimate details about characters which don't happen in the books or the movies, but give her an award nonetheless. Now, I saw Fantastic Beasts in the theater. I thought it was aggressively mediocre. I regret seeing it opening weekend. And you can see that the critics universally panned it. And the audience also, I mean, it's scoring worse than Captain Marvel, just to put things in perspective. But earlier today, J.K. Rowling hit the Twitterverse to share some details about Dumbledore and Grindelwald having an intense physical relationship. That's right. That's right, everybody. Give her an award. Now, J.K. Rowling has delved deeper into the complicated relationship between Albus Dumbledore and Gellert Grindelwald in the special features of the upcoming Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald Blu-ray, New Times reports. Rowling reveals that there was a physical dimension to their bond, confirming that there was some reciprocity on Grindelwald's part towards Dumbledore's affection. The relationship was incredibly intense. It was passionate, and it was a love relationship, Rowling said during the Distinctly Dumbledore feature. But as it happens in any relationship, gay or straight, or whatever label you want to put on it, one never really knows what the other person is feeling. You can't really know. You can believe you know. So I'm less interested in the physical side, though I believe there is a physical dimension to this relationship, than I'm in sense of the emotions they felt for each other. In 2007, Rowling casually confessed, retconned, Dumbledore was gay during a Q&A session with Harry Potter fans. Her admission was followed by the revelation that Dumbledore's love for childhood friend turned dark wizard Grindelwald became his great tragedy. Even though Dumble's orientation and his feelings toward Grindelwald are a well-known fact, the 2018 film, The Crimes of Grindelwald, failed to provide any further clarification in their relationship, aside from the closeness that these two characters shared. That's right. I mean, after all, she does make children's movies and often has many woke hot takes on the internet, things like refugees and someone whom, as far as I know, hasn't taken any into her $100 million mansion with hundreds of rooms in it. I'm not sure she's put any money aside, but Twitter is finally waking up to this, and J.K. Rowling has essentially become a meme. Here we have Eric Snyder, who's a film critic, saying, J.K. Rowling confirms some characters in her books and movies are gay everywhere except in the books or movies. And then Fantastic Beasts and Where Not to Find Them. The saddest death in Harry Potter was my respect for J.K. Rowling. I'm sick of Rowling and her half-hearted attempt at inclusivity. It doesn't count if she's telling us after the fact. Now, this is great. Why is this great? Because the ideologues, people who care more about stuff like what fictional characters do in their bedroom, they always eat each other. There's always infighting, and essentially what they're saying here now, J.K. Rowling, you're fake woke. Something that people who view my videos have known for a very long time. This is the playbook. This is the Kevin Spacey playbook, right? Kevin Spacey gets caught with an underage boy, and he says, I now choose to live my life as a gay man. And everyone's like, whatever. Although he did get the appropriate amount of backlash. But the memes that are coming from the Harry Potter fans are great because, you know, a lot of the people who fell in love with Harry Potter were watching it when they were probably, you know, it was kind of obviously at the height of its popularity when I was a child. So many of the fans of Harry Potter are in their 30s now, late 20s, late 30s probably at the latest. And I always found the films to be okay. I did pretty much see all of them in the theater, if I remember. My wife read the books, but it's, you know, it is what it is. But a lot of these people are now finding themselves on Twitter. And remember when Pottermore revealed that Harry Potter fact that made us all want to vomit? That's just one of the many random times and sometimes very out there facts that have been learned about their beloved wizarding world. There is a physical dimension to the relationship, Rowling says. The relationship was incredibly intense. It was passionate. It was a love relationship. The latest revelation sent Rowling's fan base into a frenzy as they jumped on board the no one meme train, sometimes with crack jokes in regards to authors' random facts. Check them out below. No one. J.K. Rowling. Voldemort has a 12-inch dong. Alan Henry. No one. J.K. Rowling. A quaffle is also a magical position. Intimate position. Carrie Whitner. No one. J.K. Rowling. Dobby lays with the sun every day, and that's what night is. No one. J.K. Rowling. Dumbledore voted for Bernadette Peters for the Tony Award in Best Actress 2003. I mean, we have to admit we're loving the magical new take on the hilarious meme. We're not so sure what bizarre fact J.K. Rowling will drop on us next, but we're on the edge of our seats. You know, the thing is, this is about moving copies of DVDs. I mean, that's what this is. You basically had the film come out, and now it's not being received very well. Sales are obviously probably not doing very well. Rachel Bloom wants to turn J.K. Rowling's latest Harry Potter retcon into a prawn. Gross. Gross. Yes, it should be hardcore, but with Oscar-worthy screenplay. Also, it's canon that McGonagall loved a muggle, and that wasn't a B story. Then I quit the prawn screenwriting business. I mean, I assume, obviously, this is a joke, but, I mean, everybody's kind of making fun of J.K. Rowling's fake wokeness. People are mocking J.K. Rowling for saying Dumbledore had a, quote, incredibly intense relationship with Grindelwald. J.K. Rowling being mocked, she first revealed a physical dimension to the relationship in a DVD feature for Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. People are mocking Rowling's habit of dropping new details about the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts universe outside of the book and movie series. Essentially, it's not canon. She's just using woke Twitter and woke shill media to get free press. Like, it literally costs her nothing to be like, yeah, this dude's gay. Give me an award. Some fans are frustrated that Rowling doesn't include the queer elements in the stories in the books and the movies themselves. Well, let me tell you, as maybe we will bring some new former woke fans into the fold of the Quarterings viewer base, and I hope that you're having fun, and I hope that you remember to like the video, and I look forward to reading your comments in the comment section down below. The woke side of Twitter is learning what we already knew, that J.K. Rowling doesn't care about the LGBT community. She cares about virtue signaling. She cares about selling copies of a DVD to people who buy it in some weird solidarity simply because she mentioned a character was gay. Now, I buy films because they're either good or they're not. I don't necessarily care what happens in some weird random multiverse outside of the film, some hypothetical wokeverse. But J.K. Rowling has been doing this for years. And finally, it seems like people are seeing through it, and that's a hilariously awesome thing. J.K. Rowling being mocked on Twitter for saying Albus Dumbledore and Grindelwald shared a Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts series, had an incredibly intense relationship. Rowling has said for years that Dumbledore and Grindelwald were in a gay relationship. While fans had long speculated that it was physical, Rowling confirmed that detail in the DVD feature. Now, why do people... To me, this is a completely irrelevant fact. If you want to have them be intimate, then put it in the movie. All right? If you just say that it is without providing any canon, then it isn't. Right? You don't get... If you want to score woke points, why don't you just write a new book about about magical gay lovers then? Why do you want to retcon it in? Well, we all know it's because she doesn't really care. She cares about selling things. The comment about Dumbledore and Grindelwald having a physical relationship drew widespread mockery. Rowling has a habit of revealing after the final book, Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows, was published in the summer 2007. Later that year, she revealed in public appearance that Dumbledore had fallen in love with Grindelwald, inspiring more than a decade of explicit fan fiction. Rowling often drops new information to Harry Potter universe in her tweets, her Pottermore site, and follow-up works that sometimes resembles fan fiction. Absolutely no one, not one person ever. J.K. Rowling, producing third installment of Fantastic Beasts for Pornhub. This is Arby's. That's a good meme use. We don't need J.K. Rowling to tell me canonically that McGonagall is a top. That's already in the text. Again, if you see through this fake wokeness, I mean, put it in the book. If you're that stunning and brave, J.K. Rowling, right? If you're that stunning and brave, you'll put it in the movie. But you're not. And I suspect that a lot of the reviews here will mention that. A bunch of building at the stage. At some point, I want to live in the world, not watch it being all put together. Dash it all, even the devotal will struggle with the realms of expository talk and gobs of unearned feeling, scrads of largely pointless beasties, plus some plain lazy visuals. The Crimes of Grindelwald feels hollow and disconnected. Almost as exciting as a trip to Hogwarts' most neglected lavatory. J.K. Rowling is leading the charge in destroying the things that many have loved and Fantastic Beasts. Perhaps the shortest straw ever drawn by Ezra Miller, whose talent was far too great for the measly part he's given. There's so much going on and so few moments of action let up, little spent trying to figure out who and what, where, when, and how. Right? Terrible movie. Critics hated it. Fans were, I imagine there's a lot of hardcore fans who, gave it a pass. There were things to like about the film, but overall it was pretty boring. And it looks like DVD sales are low, and that's why J.K. Rowling is rolling out another random fact about what their fake characters do in their fake bedrooms outside of the book and the movie, and Twitter's letting her have it. I love it. It's great. It's a good day to celebrate. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.